Hey everyone, Deron here, and I'm here with Mikaela. She did a hypnosis session with me. And what I'm going to do is ask her questions about her experience, so that way you guys can gain more clarity about what hypnosis is, what it is, what it isn't, so you can really have a better judgment about if there's something that's really best for you. So, Mikaela, my first question for you is, what was the problem or challenge that you were dealing with prior to doing the session?
I did a session for procrastination because I am a business owner. I do want to expand my business, and there were certain things that I was just dragging my feet on. And yeah, so you had mentioned procrastination in one of your posts, and I think we linked up about that and did it.
Great. How did that affect you, your procrastination? I know you being a business owner, but how did it affect you personally?
So it is definitely slowing down everything. It's slowing down marketing. It's slowing down visibility. It's slowing down revenue. It's slowing down me being visible to potential clients who want and need my services. It's slowing down everything. I was particularly procrastinating around marketing specifically. And so
Mhm.
all of those were impacted by all of that.
Yeah. And then how long would you say you were procrastinating around that?
Oh God, years.
Years. Okay.
Years. Yeah.
And how did you try to fix or resolve this in the past?
I tried, you know, atomic habits and implementing scheduling strategies. I tried, um, I tried affirmations. I tried, white knuckling through it. I tried a lot of, like task oriented things that I just couldn't get
Mhm.
to stick.
Yeah. And since doing this session, what's been different for you?
So I've been much more motivated to get things done, internally motivated to get things done. So getting up and getting started with, you know, just my day in general, being more productive from the start, making sure that I'm completing other tasks in an efficient manner so that I can have that time
Mhm.
to focus on marketing myself. So since our session, I've landed a partnership with a high profile matchmaking company, and we have a partnership to work together where she's going to be funneling some of her clients to me for some
Awesome.
very specific work. And I can also refer some clients to her for her services after they worked with me. So that happened like, I don't know, a week after our session. It's pretty dope.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Any other results that you've experienced thus far?
Yeah, one of the things that came up in my session with you is we were focusing on procrastination, but what really came up around the procrastination was judgment and me being self-critical of the fact that I just, wasn't on it. And I have released the judgment, and that has probably been the most effective thing is me not beating
Awesome.
myself up about the things that I'm not doing, or, that I'm not doing it within a specific time frame, but just notice that I'm a little off track, get back on track, do the things, and eventually get them done. And you releasing that judgment has been like tenfold for me, just in terms of
Awesome.
shit done. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell from the smile talking about it. Awesome. So what was your thoughts of hypnosis prior to working with me?
So I'm going to be honest, you and I have similar training in hypnosis. In those training sessions, I personally could not get the inductions and all of those things to work for me. And so I thought that hypnosis was helpful for certain people, but not necessarily helpful for people like me who are pretty heady, pretty logical, and
Mhm.
kind of stay in the logical side of things and not really able to connect to the feeling side of things without a lot of assistance. But your
Yeah.
process was more, I think, conversational with
Mhm.
me than it was like that sort of like formal induction. And so I would say working with Deron for me is that I didn't, there was no definitive start for the process. We just kind of went into it, and he was using conversational hypnotic language that helped me get where I needed to go. And I think if you had done like the formal induction, I probably would have resisted it. But
Yeah, and I think that's the key thing for a lot of people. And for those of you watching this, Mikaela's very well versed in hypnosis. And what happens when people do more of a traditional approach, it's if someone tells you to close your eyes and count down, the analytical mind is already expecting something to happen. And if it doesn't happen the way the person expects it to, then the walls start coming back up and the resistance starts coming back up. So ideally, the whole premise is to try to bypass that. One thing she mentioned is it didn't even, I don't know where the start happened, because if just like when someone watched the movie, everyone goes in hypnosis with the movie, but you're not expecting to, so it happens naturally. So the whole process is natural, where if I tell someone to close their eyes, I'm telling them what to do. And if someone doesn't want to do that, the resistance, the walls come back up. And that's what makes the biggest change for people. So yeah, I mean, you're right on with that. Now, my last question for you is, what advice would you give someone who's considering to work with me or just do hypnosis in general?
yeah, take the leap and trust the process. Deron is probably one of the more skilled hypnosis or hypnotherapists that I know personally, professionally. I really enjoy his process because it's not that traditional sort of close your eyes, count down, and you're going to be really relaxed. Because people like me with my kind of brain rather, we can be resistant to that at times. And so Deron knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the kind of strategies that would work for different people. He knows, kind of how to use the exact language that would help bypass that critical faculty and get to the subconscious. And that's where we want it. That's where it needs to be. So he's very skilled. He's highly trained. And most importantly, he's very effective.
Awesome. Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we wrap this up?
No, just, if you're thinking about it and you're on the fence, take action, make the leap. You won't regret it.
Awesome. Well said. Well, thank you so much, Mikaela, for answering those questions. And for those of you who are interested in work with me, you can always check out my website, deronsingh.com, or you can follow me on social media at Deron_Singh. Awesome. Thank you once again, Mikaela.
All right, thank you. Take care. Bye.
You too.